difference?
All right, we should be on YouTube now.
You should put a oh no, there's no video on YouTube.
Yeah,
right?
no video on
This
Trash
is
TV
Dwight
Radio
and
Talk.
Walter's radio hour.
Yeah,
We're just doing radio because
fuck it.
I don't know. The internet is hot
It's a
today.
conspiracy.
Very humid.
The Wi-Fi is trying to keep us down.
Well, I have been having Wi-Fi problems in the house. Maybe I should reboot my.
I know it eats up a lot of frame rates once you start playing videos.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be able to handle it. It's 500 up and 350 down, I think, is what
we
I have.
even tried the hardwire, and it was giving us issues.
Yeah. I think I need a new modem downstairs. But anyway, that notwithstanding, we're here and we're talking.
Yeah, fuck it.
Not a lot of stuff going on, talking about recovery a bit. I just passed 13 years in a 12-step program. And
was it
been
hard?
a wild ride.
You said it was harder staying off the drugs, right, than giving it up.
I think a lot changes. Like when I came in, I was talking to a good friend of mine about this. Like when I came into recovery this time around, I was 49 years old, and I was beat up, man. I came in about 7 years after the kids died in a horrible car accident, and my wife and I we weren't split up yet, but we weren't together either. It was just like we just existed from day to day. That's really what it was. Especially like since the kids had died, like it was really rough. And heroin was my world, man. I mean, I went to work, but the only reason I went to work was because they wouldn't pay me if I didn't. And I needed the money. It was the only place I went. I live in Queens. I worked in Brooklyn, and I only left the house because I had to, and to get money and to cop. Like those. That's why I left the house. And coming in, I was so desperate to get clean that I was willing to do whatever it took. I remember this guy. I went to my first meeting this guy handed me a book. He says, this is an introductory guide to the particular program that I was in or that I had gone to. And he's like, well, what do you plan on doing? I said, well, I'm going to anything with an A. OA, NA, AA, CA, like anything, OPA, like whatever it is, whatever anonymous program there is, I qualify for. Like I was addicted to everything. But heroin was heroin was my,
NBA.
had really brought me to my knees. And he said, well, look, he said, you may want to do yourself a favor. He said, pick a program and work it to the best of your ability. He said, if you have a problem, and he looked at me, and you got to understand, like I hadn't bathed in a while. I was just, as they say, I was tore up from the floor up. And he gave me this introductory guide from this particular program. And he said, this is what we're about. This is us. This is who we are. And if you identify with it, we'd like to see you again. And I read that book twice. It was a small book, and it changed my life. Like it really did, And it said we become willing to do whatever is necessary to stay clean, even the things we don't like doing. And I've been able to apply that to every area of my life. Like that line right there has kept me accountable to many things. We were talking about it before. Like I know why I'm not successful. I have a horrible work ethic. It's not for any other reason. It's not because my ex is a bitch and all this bullshit. God hates me. That was one of my favorites when I was young. God hates me. God don't even know me. Not that God doesn't care, but Anyway,
I should have brought a movie.
But what made it easier? Thank you, Walter. Well, you asked about was it easier, and what made it different then was like all I had to concentrate on was not getting high.
Yeah.
Like just don't get high. That was my job. I was in a meeting early on, man, at 30 days, and it was a meeting on Johnson Avenue in Bushwick. And it was right by the Bushwick houses. You know that? Right by the projects there. Saturday morning. And I was in a meeting, and they were talking about this. It's a step. Step 9 is where you make amends for all the people you fucked over in your life, And these people are sharing. It's a rough neighborhood, and there were some rough things, Guy talked about killing somebody, and another woman talked about turning her daughter out, doing tricks, and, it was rough. And I raised my hand, and I was crying. I was like, how do I apologize for killing my kids, you know? And I remember a guy behind me who I got to know. I didn't know him at all then, and he hugged me, and he said, your job right now is just to stay clean. Don't worry about that shit. In time, you'll learn what's yours, and you'll learn what's not, and you'll learn what to be accountable, and you'll learn how to say I'm sorry. And you know, but that's what it was. It was about just staying clean a day at a time at that point, you know, and then you lose the obsession, you know, you slowly lose it. Like people talk about this epiphany. Oh, I woke up one day and realized I didn't want to use. And for me, it was more gradual than that. It was like, I don't know, all of a sudden I wasn't using. It's the same with smoking. I remember when I realized like, I'm not a smoker anymore. I hadn't smoked in a while, but I'm like, I'm not a smoker anymore. And, but there's this excitement in the beginning of getting clean. And I think it lasts for about 18 months maybe, where it's like so new. And you're going to these meetings and you're meeting all these people and everything is new. And then you're in recovery and like you're doing this and life is getting better. And you're not, you know, you're not living that life anymore, you know. And things sort of slow down for you. And it can get a little humdrum, you know, because you're used to the drama, and the drama's been removed from your life, and then you find out that life is actually pretty good, and you don't have to live in that drama. And as things go on, hopefully you don't forget what the end was like. And I know that, like, I sponsor a lot of guys in recovery, and I tell them all, like, the first thing they have to do for me is write about the last 5 days before they came into recovery. Like, what brought you here? What was going on? And this way, when they say, yeah, you know what, I don't think I want this anymore, I tell them, take that paper out and read it. Read about your last 5 days here. You know, and I want them to write it as detailed as possible. And I never go over it. I said, that's for you. You know, that's not something that we need to discuss. That's for you. It's so you can see it in your own handwriting. Like, because this is where you're going to pick up, you know.
This is you in the future.
it is, because, and I know this because I lived it. Like
I would write myself a demonic letter.
But it's all demonic. Don't you get it? Like, it's all demonic.
I know you're reading this because you want to use.
Right.
Try not to, but I
But welcome back if you do. Listen, I told you I didn't use for like 13, and I don't even know. For the most part, I didn't use for 13, 14 years. And as soon as I went back, I was right back to using. I went right back. I had quit smoking for 12 years. I smoked a cigarette. I was in a titty bar on Route 35 in New Jersey with my boy Louie, right? And we're there. We're watching these nasty girls dance, right? And I'm fucked up, right? I'm taking a bunch of Percocets, drinking Red Bulls. You know, I didn't drink alcohol because I was the alcoholic. But I was fucked up, and I said, give me a cigarette. He's like, you sure? Because I hadn't smoked 12 years. I'm a grown fucking man. Give me a cigarette. Smoked that cigarette. I went out. There was a deli on the corner by the plate. I went, bought a pack, 2.5 packs. I was right back to 2. And the next day, 2.5 packs a day. Like I never stopped. And it's the same with drugs. Like, when I started doing drugs, I picked up right where I left off, man. I didn't fuck around. Like, let's go. And yeah, it didn't take anything. So it is your future. Mm-hmm. Like, you can read from your past exactly where you're going to be, because it's right where you pick up. You know, people say in recovery, and I laugh because my worst day clean is better than my best day using. I'm like, that's not my story. I had a lot of fun using drugs. I loved drugs, man. I really did.
I still do at times.
But listen, but the whole thing for me, and this is me, I loved drugs. And then I turned 14, right? You know, it's been a long time since I had that feeling. I wouldn't have done drugs if they hadn't been fun at some point. Like, they were fun in the beginning. When it became a job, it wasn't fun anymore. Mm. When drugs started using me instead of me using drugs, that shit wasn't fun anymore. I had a friend, my boy, you know, I used to use every day. We used together, you know, and we both on the same day for whatever reason, and totally separate from one another. He says, I can't do this anymore. I said, me neither. I said, I'm going back to this recovery program tonight. Because that place is a fucking cult. I'm like, because I'm looking for an out, you know, like. And I tell you, I thought about that shit. It's a cult. I'm like, oh, maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it is, right? You got to read their literature and talk their talk and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, maybe it is. I said, but then what the fuck was heroin? Like, heroin is a cult, man. Heroin demands things from you. It doesn't ask, it tells, right? Heroin didn't give a fuck if I paid my rent, if I ate food, if I fed my family, if I made it to work. Heroin didn't give a fuck. Heroin took every fucking thing I had, everything, including my soul. Like, it never had enough, and that's a cult. Like, talk about brainwashing. It brainwashed me to believe that it was more important than anything else in my fucking life. I said I didn't leave the house except to get money and cop. And why? Because that's what fucking heroin told me to do. And I said, these people in these recovery meetings, all they ask for is nothing, really. There are no rules. You can kick $1 in if you want. Now it's like they ask if you got $2.
Inflation.
Yeah. Listen, I made my first meeting in 1983, and it's only $2. When I made my first meeting, gas was at like $1.50 a gallon. So, look, they're doing better than the price of gas. And they never, and if you don't have the $2, if you only have a quarter, if you have nothing, it's okay.
They
It's
just
all right.
talk shit about you later.
There's still cookies and that they'll do. But there's still cookies and coffee in the back.
Can I go if I want?
Anybody can go. But there are open meetings and there are closed meetings.
So I could just go in
Oh,
and
Walter,
have
you can go to any fucking meeting.
I could
Walter.
have some cookies, some coffee, sit in the back.
Sure. Be careful, though. I know people that had gone with loved ones to support loved ones and realized, like, hey, I've done that. I know I talk to Walter sometimes, and Walter, he gets this look on his face like, oh, damn, it hits close to home.
That's me.
That was the
That's
rap
me.
video. That was a funny video.
Which one?
When we were talking about, what did you want to be when you grew up, Walter? I want to be a rap superstar.
Oh, yeah.
That was a funny video.
My
You
dreams.
can find that on YouTube. Is it working security? What was it? Working night security at Walmart
Yep.
with a little Nick hat
The
on,
little Nick hat.
like all the other rap superstar wannabes.
The graveyard.
Yeah. Listen, as and again, when you go back to like being successful and stuff like that, we were talking about this in our last stream. Is the difference between myself and some of the kids around me who were successful was like they all had plans for their life. Everything I've ever wanted to do was nothing but a fantasy. Like it was all fucking fantasy. What do you want to be when you go? I want to be Walt Frazier. I didn't want to be like Walt Frazier, right? I wanted to be Walt Frazier, right?
Well, you probably figured in the future they would have that technology.
Yeah, I probably at 8 years old. Yeah,
I
probably
watched Back
did.
to the Future a lot. I assumed that 2025 we would be having flying everything.
Yeah, I guess. But this was long before Back to the Future.
Instead, we have liberals.
This was back when the Knicks actually won a
Socialists.
championship, right? So that's like, that's what, about 1,000 years ago?
I can't even fathom
You can't. How many years before you were? What year were you born in again?
86.
80. It's just 13 years before you were born.
Yeah.
It's the last time the Knicks won.
Yep. You can't even blame
that must
me.
seem so ancient to you.
I mean, it's just the thought of the Knicks with the trophy in their hand is hard to think about.
But Walt Frazier was the shit, man. Walt was Clyde, bro. He was like the coolest thing on the face of the earth.
Yeah.
Everything was a fantasy. And when that fell apart, like, I wanted to be a rock star. I wanted to be Mick Jagger. Like, there was never anything concrete. And I remember when my father died, when I was 18 years old, my father committed suicide. And I think what really fucked me up was, like, it scared the shit out of me. Not just, it wasn't just losing him, but it was like what the fuck am I supposed to do? And I think a lot of kids go through that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you navigate life? What do I do now? The last thing my father told me was, get the fuck out of here. These bitches will kill you. And I can only assume he was talking about the women in my life.
Or
Same
women
that
in
were his
general.
life. No, I knew who he was talking about. But there was never a plan Like this is a goal to work for. So we were talking about like Jewish people before, and I said one of the differences is that education and work ethic are very important in their community and in their culture, right? And in the culture that I was raised in, which really was no culture at all, right? It was just like existing. People that grew up around me, right? We just existed. We went from day to day, and you went to school, and you got a degree. You got through high school, and then you got a job. Maybe you went to college, but even after that, you got a job. You went and got a job. And I don't remember a lot of kids, like some of the Italian kids, they knew what they were going to do because their family's own business. They were from this town, North Halden, and they had more money.
I had some jerky fucking kids
but
in
their
my
fathers
school.
they owned construction
They owned
companies.
construction
And, they were bricklayers. Good jobs. Like, I'm not knocking it. I'm a union man.
No, they got all nepotized right into the.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
There's nothing wrong with
it's
that, man.
carrying on the
tradition,
the business and whatnot.
And there's something to be said for that. It's the same thing in Irish and
gotta
black
look.
communities.
You gotta look at your
It's just
fucking
the
father.
business is usually not really above board.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No preparation.
no,
Just the H.
and just fantasy. I remember this kid coming to sell stuff at the house, and I knew he was full of shit. He wasn't selling anything. He was a bright kid, though, and he was from Springfield Gardens, skinny black kid, I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, I do this. And I said, well, he wanted to be a rap superstar or a basketball player. It was one of those. And he saw that as his only out. Like, that's the only. And it was all fantasy. Like, it was all fantasy. And if this doesn't work, if I'm not one of the 1 in a million, then I'm doomed. Like, I'm doomed to this life. And like, kid, he was a smart kid. Like, you could tell. You could listen to this kid and know he had a brain in his head. You do whatever you want. But people told me the same shit, and I looked at them like they were crazy too. Nobody in my neighborhood did that shit. You weren't thinking like that. So the kids from North Halden, they thought like that, Kids with good parents thought like that, I guess. But I think for the most part, people go from day to day, and we just exist. We talk about, just eking out a life, right? I'm tired. Jim Carrey, I'm tired of eking my way through life. Dumb and Dumber, what a great fucking movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's depressing, huh?
Yeah.
But I continue that even with the knowledge that I have at 62 years old. I still, like we have an ability to do things here. And I think that both of us really, but especially me, I laid down on the job here. We should be streaming more often. We should be putting more videos up. I should write more diligently and prepare better and all these other things. And we come on here and just fucking wing it. And I think it's entertaining. I think it's informative. But it could be so much better if we just got our shit together.
Yeah.
And I got to be honest. I have no idea what it is that just pulls me back, man. That I sit here. I was telling Walter, like, I got to clean. He comes here on Thursdays. We do this on Thursday, right? We're not just live, but we record some episodes for the upcoming week. And Walter will do the editing at a later date or whatever. And, like, it's my greatest love of doing this stuff is I know Walter's going to come to the house, so I at least have to clean a little bit. Like, it makes me throw my trash out. And I could sit there. It's Wednesday night, right? I'm sitting on the couch going, looking around like, I got to clean this fucking place, man.
Yeah. If you do, I come
And
in with a white glove.
And waiting. Well, he doesn't give a fuck, but I do, like. And just sitting there, I'll do one more show, like one more video. I'll watch some stupid fucking, and for what? Like, I actually had an idea, and this is no joke.
Really?
To use this against myself. And when I refuse to, I'm not kidding. You think I'm kidding? When I refuse to get off the couch to fucking zap myself, because it doesn't really hurt, but right on the ass.
Do you have an outlet next to you?
I don't need one.
Just get a fork.
Dude, this is held the same charge that I originally charged it with over a year ago.
Tempting, huh?
It is.
All we need is how many more now? Because we're down to 661.
2.
No, it's 661 now.
What happened?
I guess we went live and people saw us and said, fuck this.
Really?
Yeah, we're down to 661 now.
Where's my phone? What
We're
am I-
we're on the depressing stream.
Oh, it's
Did
right
you-
in front of me.
You didn't watch Gummo yet, right?
No. Why? You want to watch it?
I
You
don't- I
didn't
don't
bring it with
have
you
it.
though.
No, I just you reminded me
Oh,
of
that
Gummo.
sucks.
Yeah, whoever's out there who unsubscribed, go fuck your
Fuck
mother.
you.
Fuck your father if he's still alive.
Wow, that I can fix it.
I can fix it. I can fix this. I can fix it. One of my birders.
It's exactly right.
Fuck you,
I forget-
662.
Yeah, I forget
I'm
which
going
one
right
it
back
is,
up.
though. Yeah. I think it's this one.
The agonizing way of life.
It's so hard to be a media mogul. 606. We've been at this 3 fucking years. And you know what, Walter? We should either just share or get off the pot, as my mother used to say.
So just stop altogether.
No. That's my. Oh, so we're quitting? No, I was like, step it up. It was. I love the way he took that, though. I said, I don't have to do this anymore.
So we're just gonna say fuck all of you and leave.
It's why I quit really good. You have no idea.
Yeah, I'm an expert at that.
And that's my contention, though, is that most people are. And that's why we hate successful people.
Successful
that's why
people
we
put it
find-
on.
We find reasons why they're successful and we're not. Other short of saying that I don't work hard enough and I didn't learn enough about my craft.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Oh, I can't. Hold on.
We interrupt this broadcast.
Yeah, he knows on Thursdays. He knows. Don't bother me on
Who's
Thursdays.
this?
My nephew. Anyway.
Tell him to join the live so we could have
Yeah.
could have more people. Where's my people at?
Yeah, let me tell him. Live streaming. Okie dokie. Anyway,
What's new?
this is, huh?
What's new? Is there anything new going on around here?
Other than my fight with the gas company, no.
I'm getting tired of YouTube also.
Yeah,
My
this is-
algorithm is just like stuck in shit. I
Yeah.
watch the same things. Tired of it.
Over and over again. We should go live somewhere, like remote.
We can.
Yeah, I'm tired of politics.
Yeah, fuck all that.
I'm tired of left and right. I'm tired of bullshit. I'm tired of family. I'm tired of recovery. I'm tired of talking about getting better. I'm doing better. All that bullshit.
I'm one stop away from being tired of living.
Yeah. I get that way. Like
Yeah,
it's
no,
just.
I get that way too.
Listen, I'm always ready. I'm ready to go. I'm okay with it.
You ready to die, Biggie?
If it came down to, I don't know how much it would bother me. Like, look, nobody gets out alive. I said that to a friend. I feel really bad too. He's in a bad way. He's like, oh yeah, I went for this and they found that and da 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 da. And I'm like, well, nobody gets out alive. And I didn't think about it until after I said it. Like, just like, this fucking guy's like, and I felt really bad. And I figured I'd let it die though. Like I would just leave, no pun intended. I just leave it there though. Like, wow, that was a really fucked up thing. I said, nobody gets out. Because not everybody looks at death the way I look at death. Like death is just a transition, man. It's like, and it's true. Like you can't get around it. It's gonna happen. Being afraid of it, being afraid of dying is like being afraid of taking a shit. It's just gonna happen. Yeah, I kind of look at it like a roller coaster. There's some fear in it, and
Yeah,
you got to get over that hump, and then
life is like taking a shit. Sometimes it's hard to get out. Sometimes it's easier.
let's see.
I watched 40-Year-Old Virgin recently because I got the 4K Steelbook.
Yeah, I didn't. It was okay.
You know what? I used to really like that movie when I
Yeah.
was younger. On the rewatch, it's okay.
Not as good as the first Bachelor Party.
Hangover.
Hangover. Yeah, right.
Yeah, that was a good
Bachelor Party was another one. Wasn't that Tom Cruise or
one. That was
something?
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. Yeah, that was a stupid
That's
movie.
an oldie. I don't
Yeah.
even know if I watched that one.
Yeah. The Hangover was good. The first one. The second one, and the third one.
The
forget.
second and third, they just
Yeah.
went for the money.
Who can blame them?
Fuck them.
$100 million is a lot
Did
of
the
money.
same thing with Joker.
I didn't even see the second one.
The second one was like, I heard so many bad things about it
Yeah.
where
Well, it's the same with me. I didn't.
it
didn't
wasn't. No, I watched it. I even bought it 4K Steelbook. But when I watched
How much? Hold on. How much was that, Walter?
the 4K Steelbook, like 40.
For a movie you didn't like that you
No,
knowingly didn't
no, I was
like.
gonna say that there was so many bad reviews about
Yeah.
it that I went into it not expecting anything, and I thought it was okay. But I still, to this day, think it was worthless. Like, you really didn't have to make a second one. Joker standalone, I'm one of the ones who think it's a great movie.
There's a reason that only one sequel ever won an Academy Award.
Which
It's-
one was that?
The Godfather.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah. Because it's just a continuation of the same story, right? But they've tried that many
And
times. Like,
arguably better.
Sequels. Yeah, it's tough.
Arguably.
It really depends on.
I could
on-
see somebody arguing either side for
Yeah,
it.
which is why it won.
Yeah.
But it's such a rarity because that's it. How many times have they done money grabs? You know. Yeah, so sequels almost always suck, and they're almost always just in it for the money.
Hot
Like
Tub
the
Time
American
Machine.
Pie movies. American Pie, the first one was fucking funny as hell. After that, it was.
I
just-
didn't mind the series so much.
It's the same shit. It was just the same shit. You
But
could've
again,
put
I
another
haven't-
name on it and just
I haven't watched it in a long time either,
yeah.
so it could be that
Well,
too.
and that's the thing too. You know, I remember Animal House. Like watching Animal House when it first came out. I was a kid. You know, I was a teenager. Animal House came out. We got fucking weeded up and drunk and went and saw it in the movie
Yeah.
theater. It was piss your pants funny, right? And I remember watching it. I was clean at the time. I was in my 30s maybe, and I put it on and I'm like, this is just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And the end took forever. Like the end of the movie from the time that they make this decision, it was just stupid.
I still don't think
Yeah.
I've ever watched it beginning to end.
Oh, it's worth watching once through just to see John Belushi because John Belushi was fucking brilliant. You know, for his brand of comedy. And
Yeah,
that was
go down the
unbelievable.
line. I mean, Caddyshack 2. Come
Oh
on.
yeah, Caddyshack 2 was hard, but Caddyshack 1.
No,
Vacation,
but we're thinking sequels.
Christmas Vacation was good. Vegas Vacation, I didn't care for. I had a friend tell, "Oh, this is the funniest fucking thing." He had me buy it before I went on a flight.
Christmas Vacation's classic.
Yeah, but this was Vegas Vacation.
Vegas Vacation.
It's fucking horrible.
It's all right.
Horrible. It wasn't all right. The first Vacation though was absolutely hysterical.
Yeah.
When he just from the beginning when he trades in the car, and they crush his fucking car.
Yeah. Yeah. The first
Oh,
two.
that's
were
the
good.
Cadillac of station wagons, my friend. That was a great fucking movie. Dad, they crushed our car. I'll handle this, Rusty. Yeah. It's a great movie. Anyway. Yeah. I French kiss. Everybody French kisses. Yeah, but my daddy says I do it the best. It was Randy Quaid. Oh, just ask him. I need to borrow some money. Wow, how much? Chevy thinks as well. How much? Because I have 50,000. Oh, that was a funny movie, but the sequel sucked. Yeah,
Yeah, the sequels aren't really great.
Dumb and Dumberer, or When Harry Met Lloyd, just absolutely horrible movies.
I didn't mind them when they were younger. Right?
No, Dumb and Dumber was you.
No, it's not better. And it's not even like a great movie,
You
but
see,
Dumb
that's
and
something You
Dumber.
gotta leave it alone. Leave it alone. Dumb and Dumber is probably, It's in my top 3 funniest movies of all time. What are some of yours? Oh, I know you said
Comedies?
Friday, right? Was one of your favorite funny
Yeah,
movies?
Fridays. I think about the ones where it's like an easy go-to that I could just watch at any
Watch,
time.
but
Friday
yeah,
I could
it's
watch
not-
anytime.
no, Dumb and Dumber,
Dumb and Dumber I could
Blazing
watch anytime.
Saddles, Young Frankenstein. We were talking about that before.
Yeah.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail. The Life of Brian. The Life of Brian's absolutely hysterical. Yeah, those to me those are top classic comedy movies. Yeah.
Yeah. Try to reach for branches right now. What else could we talk about?
I'm tired.
This is our professional radio talk.
Yeah, and unfortunately, and I apologize, I didn't prepare well enough. I didn't prepare well enough, and yeah, I always like the day before. I'm like, oh, I gotta prepare, and then I look at and I gotta clean too, and I don't do either one of them. Oh shit! It's always like it'll be fresh because I'm gonna wing it.
Is it ever gonna fucking cool down?
No, it's going to be like this forever. You've actually died and gone to hell, Walter, and this is your punishment.
I believe it.
You're going to spend eternity in the humidity with me talking.
Hell is probably very much the equivalent of Brooklyn, New York in August,
Yeah.
especially on the train.
I haven't been on trains in a long time, man. Years, I bet it's been. I can't remember the last time I was on
You're not missing much.
riding the subway.
I got called Steph. Blah, blah, blah. I always fuck his name up. Steph Curry. I was about to say Stephen
You
Curry.
got called Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Who the hell thought you looked like Steph? It was how drunk was this
It
black
was
man?
a homeless black guy with no sneakers on.
Called it.
He walked into the train and he was grilling me.
Yo, you look like Steph Curry. Can I get $5?
He
Yeah.
kept grilling me, and he was literally like a foot away from me. And I had my headphones on. I don't care, whatever. I'm listening to music. And then like I look over and I just see him like looking at me. He kind of looks at me up and down. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I gotta get ready to fucking fight this guy.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he turns around, he looks at me, he goes, "Why you look like Steph Curry?" And I just couldn't help laughing. I was like, I don't know.
I'm actually his dad. What was his father's name?
Walter, maybe.
No, Steph Curry's dad. He played basketball.
Did he?
Steph Curry's dad? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
almost positive.
His dad's not Eddie Curry. That big ass
I
head.
think it is. Hold on.
No, it's not Eddie Curry. Eddie Curry played for the Knicks.
I'm almost positive his dad was a basketball player.
Sure, maybe he took his mom's name.
Yeah, maybe not.
I mean, I have all the things to be called. I guess Steph Curry isn't terrible, you know? Successful NBA player, millions.
Del Curry. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he did. He played in the NBA from 86 to 2002
Damn.
and retired from the Charlotte. I had a feeling.
He had a long career.
Yeah.
No rings, though. His son picked up where he left off.
Yeah, but there were people that talked about him when he was a kid, like that he could shoot, even as a little kid that he could.
Yeah, they said the same thing about Brunson.
Yeah.
We just need somebody to help Brunson out. Now people could dive in and see the psyche of why we're so fucking... Fuck it. I'm a Knick fan. I live in hot-ass Brooklyn, New York in August.
Yeah. Lucky us.
YouTube doesn't want to let us shoot video without dropping frames, so we end up with a radio show.
He spent the majority of his career with the Hornets. The prime of his career, anyway. And he played. He played a lot.
Yeah, he got nothing, though.
And he made the playoffs several times.
He's a Nick at heart.
Well, we know from a trivia question that the Charlotte Hornets are one of only 3 teams that have not made the finals in the last 25 years in the NBA. Who are the other 2 teams, Walter?
Knicks for sure. Knicks, Hornets.
And Pelicans.
Yeah, I was gonna say Pelicans
The
because
Knicks, the Hornets, and the Pelicans. That's who the Knicks are in company with. The Pelicans and the Hornets.
the birds and the bees.
Barely, right, exactly. Who are barely even in the NBA. And at least as birds and bees, they can fuck. All the Knicks can do is fuck up.
Fucking shit, man.
Walter gets a little down when we talk about the Knicks. But you know what, folks, for you, who's there's nobody listening anyway, but we're gonna make an effort. I'm gonna make an effort so that next week we have a proper show to do. And hopefully we'll have our audio and everything back up too, because it's easier when we can do videos. Because just winging it, like to just talk. And I guess we can. I mean, if we have some subjects that you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, you need it. We
and
need
we talk
like
about the downfall of Western civilization. That's something we really love.
talk
you
about
know.
these toxic alpha males.
Oh, sure. The toxic what? Alpha male?
Yeah.
Who are they?
I'm turning on these fuckers. Fresh and Fit, all these fucking assholes.
Why? Do tell.
Not that I'm turning on them. I always thought that they were just pure entertainment. No,
Well-
they're just spreading, I think, a lot of confusion.
Well, I think most of them are full of shit too, though.
Of course.
Yeah.
They're spreading confusion, hate, separation.
Real men, to me, you talk about real men. What do real men do, right? And real men don't do the Andrew Tate role and all that other bullshit. I'm not knocking Andrew Tate. He's got his thing going. You know, he's successful. That's his shtick, you know. Same with Fresh and Fit. The whatever podcast. Andrew Wilson. I watch Andrew Wilson. He gets on my fucking nerves, man.
He
Yeah,
can.
Andrew Wilson gets on my nerves. Like, you self-righteous douche. You know, you talk all this shit. Stop smoking, for fuck's sake. You smoke like a fucking chimney.
You heard that
You know?
he has to do it for his illness?
What, smoke? Nah, what is that?
I don't know. He explained it one time.
He's just full of shit, you know, and it's fine. But that's their shtick. That's what they do. But look, real men treat their women with respect. Real men are providers. Real men are there to support. Real men are there to defend, to protect. Like, that's what real men do. That's what real men do, you know. And all this He-Man bullshit, you know. Oh, Andrew Tate, all these girls want to fuck me. Yeah, but they want to fuck you because women are confused and they'll fuck assholes. Like, that's it. They'll fuck douchebags because they got a big dick and a lot of muscles. Because they're stupid. Like, the women that would fuck this man are just stupid. They're not real women. And they're certainly not women you want to be around. You know, they're fucking him because he's good looking. They're fucking him because he has a lot of money. They're not fucking him for him. And he doesn't care. And that's fine, too. He's shallow and vacuous and all that other bullshit. He's an asshole. He's an asshole. And it's fine.
it's all
Again,
birthed.
I don't give a fuck. You know, but you want to talk about and this is the downfall. Again, you know, I talk about the downfall of society is that people lose sight of all this shit. How many times I go on these and you see these TikToks and these other women on there, go, oh, I saw one. It was a woman. She said, oh, she was blaming the guy she left her husband for. And this was what her claim was. I left this man. I left a good marriage for this man, and all he does now is cheat on me. Well, no shit, bitch. Like, that's what you did. You left a good. It wasn't a good marriage because one of you was a filthy whore who was willing to looking around to trade up, you know. And you let some guy with a I don't know, a nicer dick or a bigger bank account or whatever the fuck it was that this guy had. And you put that in front of a good man who was providing for you, you know, and ho hum, you know, like, oh, he's not turning me on every minute, and my life isn't fun all the time. All these women that want to, it's not fun. I'm not happy. Well, what is happy? What the fuck makes you happy? Happy. And be happy. Buy a puppy. That'll make you happy, you know, until the shit's on the floor and you got to clean up after that too. You know, content is what you look for. Having a good relationship with somebody you love, somebody you care about, somebody that cares about you. And it's not going to be pretty all the time. You might go for stretches where it's just not pretty. You go through the motions a little bit. But then you come back, that's your ride or die, man. And that means something, man. And it's rare. It's fucking rare, man. It's rare. You know? That's why I don't bother anymore. I don't trust the women. I live in New York City. Women my age. I remember coming into recovery. I told Walter, came into recovery. He said, oh, you work for Verizon? You get a nice pension there, right? Like there's a big pension. Or you have a house? You own a house?
I don't know. Why don't you suck this dick and we'll see.
Like I got 4 kids by 4 different guys. Like how many bedrooms you got? You know, like get the fuck away from me, man. Get the fuck away. I haven't been in a meaningful relationship in years. Just because I'm jaded, man. I'm jaded.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. And I don't trust, man. I have no trust for people. I got burnt in recovery. I got burnt by people professed love for me and then fucking turned around and just stabbed me right in the heart.
The only thing that burns me and I keep going back to is my blunt.
You're blunt?
Yeah, like if it gets close to the edge and it's a little clip.
He don't even smoke blunts. He's so full of shit.
Not anymore.
So then the blunts don't burn you either.
I kind of weaned off.
So nothing burns Walter.
No, I smoke rolling paper.
Do you?
Yeah.
I thought you were a vape guy. And gummies.
Not completely.
He's trying to sound young and hip.
I don't need to sound young and hip.
He's a vape guy.
I've been smoking blunts since these bitches were in diapers.
I don't want to have to roll it. Give me the vape.
I rolled up before I came here.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was falling
I don't
asleep
smell
on the
it.
train. I
Usually
woke up early today.
You have a vape that smells like weed, don't you?
Yeah, I get vape also.
Because I smell it on them.
I smell it on them.
I don't like the smell of weed.
I could smell the loser on
Some
them.
people tell me that they like it. Like when you drive through Williamsburg on the BQE, right? And you put the windows
It's
down.
an acquired
all
smell.
you smell is skunk. It's fucking weed.
Some people like it, some people don't.
See, I don't like this weed anyway.
When I smell
haven't
weed, my
smoked
nose
in
perks up.
over 13 years since I smoked weed.
Yeah.
But I didn't like it, man. Like the high, it wasn't like that giggly shit when I was a kid, you know. Like
Well, if you
this,
grew,
you take 2 puffs off of this shit and you're fucking flying.
if you have issues to work out, the weed will like bring it up into your paranoia and your
I
anxiety.
didn't like that either, and it made me stupid. Like I couldn't.
That's what my brother-in-law said.
Like I could do some dope. You know, I snort a couple bags of dope, and I could.
Well, 'cause it
I could
numbs you.
Still read.
No,
But I could do things.
But like,
listen to music. Like I couldn't even listen to music on weed.
this shit scares me.
Yeah. Fucking A. I don't like
What
that
you
shit.
gonna do?
Yeah, I know.
I sound just like Ozzy, right? R.I.P.
I don't listen to Ozzy.
Yeah, I know.
You know who else died, right? Hulk Hogan.
Oh, don't say that word.
What?
They're gonna call you a racist.
Why?
Because Hulk Hogan, he said the N-word with the
Did he-
hard ER.
Did he
and all
really?
that. He was talking about his daughter dating a black guy, and he was upset about it.
I didn't know.
And
I had no idea.
he dropped the hard ER, and he basically said the least you could do is get like a basketball player or
Right.
something, like someone would money.
That's actually in my book, The Italian Guy.
But I would
talking
say
about his
I would
daughter.
say a lot of fathers say that. I think he just brought race into the mix, but like really, it's like you want your daughter to be with somebody who's like has a bright future, you know, someone who's gonna take care of her, not like just some big dick.
I mean, again,
Only-
I ask you a racial
OnlyFans
question.
is a new
Yeah,
thing.
you have a lot of friends. Like I same with me. It's like a rainbow. You ever known a black guy could keep it in his pants? I haven't known a lot of men that could keep it in
Yeah,
their pants.
I
but I've
don't
never
know a
met
lot of
black guy
men
could keep
who-
it in his pants.
Every guy that I've come across is typically talking about like another
I had
girl.
a person that I was near and dear to, and she was bent on how to date black guys. Okay, whatever. I personally, I don't give a shit. Date whoever you want, right? Love dating black women. I've dated a lot of black women. So I'll set you up because at the time she was seeing somebody who I found less than desirable. He was way too old, didn't work. Like this whole, like I didn't like the guy. Still don't.
If you're out there, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, so I said, well, and I knew this kid that I worked with, a great guy. Like this guy had no problem calling him my brother-in-law. Like if they, And I'm talking to him, and it blew me away. He's like, yeah, you know, I was married. I had this chick on the side. I got a baby over here. I'm like, really, you? Like, he was such a good guy,
Yeah, you wouldn't
but
expect it.
he couldn't keep his dick in his pants.
I was honestly never like that.
Yeah, and he said, you know, and I, you know, meeting a lot of people that I work with, a lot of people, you know, that I'm friendly with, and like, yeah, I've never known a brother who could
I've
keep
known
it to one, you know.
I've known guys who have the pregnant woman at home, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I gotta go."
Well, we were watching about like the Italian, the Guma.
The Kumar. Oh, Tony,
Yeah,
where you getting your Guma?
right. You know, in a lot of cultures, that's just the way it is, and
A
I
lot.
don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never
I said,
been like
listen,
that,
my
and I
second wife, I really believe we would probably still be together if I had cheated on her. Because she got bored. Because when a woman is with a guy that she thinks other women aren't attracted to, she gets bored.
Yeah.
And it starts with she stops fucking you.
And it's true that in a relationship, there's always going to be like a drought. There's always going to be situations where
Once she refuses sex, you got to fuck around. Like, I've come to really believe that. Because I put up with that shit in my relationship for a long time. And it wasn't like, oh, you know, I'm mad at you. And she would come up like she was always mad. It was always something. Always something. And it was all like in her head, like she would just get mad to make the excuse that she didn't, you know, so you didn't have to fuck. I have my friend Figgy, if he's out there. Figgy made a deal with his wife. He said, we either fuck twice a week or I'm gonna go fuck other women.
damn, twice a week is a lot for me. I'm getting old.
You ain't that old, bro.
Yeah, but I'm getting old. Like I've noticed.
Listen, fucking is fun, but it's not
Also-
everything, you know. And for some people, it is. For some people, fucking is everything. You know, you got to read the end of the book. Like I told you, I've finished the end of the book, and my characters at the end they have a relationship, and you know, and she's the one. She says, "This isn't like I'm not gonna fuck you right out of the gate," you know. And it really is a weird way to take it because it's not today. It doesn't exist.
Well, yeah, today you have the females out there fucking around. They got their roster. They got their men that they're, but they don't.
You think it's all of them though?
No. That's why I think all these platforms that like put out all that shit makes it seem like
Well,
there's a lot of women fucking around and doing this and that. I mean,
Well, it creates a bias in your mind when
I think you develop a pool of people that you surround yourself with. Because I'm not around a lot of people who are players. Like my best friend, he just got engaged. Congrats.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And he's always been a good guy. You know, we grew up differently.
You saying you're not a good guy, Walter?
No. I mean, like, me and my best friend, we grew up literally as kids together on the
Yeah.
same block. And we just grew up differently. We weren't really around people like that.
Yeah.
Like, we had the family, the mother and father thing. And
I don't know how my parents were. I mean, my parents were together up until my father whacked himself. I always say it was an Irish divorce, you know?
Mm.
He says, I got to get away from this bitch. He fucking gassed himself in the car. But I don't know what he was like. I told you about the one, you know, we were at the dinner table and my father starts, you know, he was a couple scotches into his night. Started telling me about whores. You know, not all whores are dirty, boy. He's like, some of them you could dress them up and take them out to the opera and fucking feed them and fuck the shit out of them.
Yeah, I never had that
That is not
relationship.
dinner time talk.
My father's relationship with me wasn't like that.
Well, my father didn't drink a lot, but when he drank, he couldn't. He didn't
Start
handle his
talking?
liquor well. Yeah, he didn't handle his liquor well. He got violent. He got, you know, like
I never seen my father drunk.
really.
Never. Never seen him talking about other women like that. He always spoke highly of my mom, even though she was a fuck. She could be a handful, but like, that's how I learned a lot of my patience.
Yeah.
That's how I learned how to deal with my
Neither
mom
of my
more.
parents had patience.
Yeah.
Neither.
The upbringing means a lot.
I remember my mother sitting there the day we found out he was going to kill himself. So he sent a note to the house, and he tried to do it the day before he actually did it. He tried to do it that day. We got a letter in the mail. Like he mailed a letter to the house, and the day we got it, he came home late that night. It was bad, man. And I went in to talk to him because my two younger sisters were crying. They're like, got this letter from Daddy in the mail, and it was a fucking. I said, let me talk to him. I was really the only one that could talk to my father. Like I remember going in and my father he called it the music room, and the two chairs. As soon as you walk in, my father's chair's right there. My mother was up against the door. There was a door over there, and the light was coming through, and she's smoking her cigarette and drinking her drink. My mother drank a lot. And she's smoking, and I remember the smoke just blowing out. And she's, Bob, I can't be your psychiatrist anymore. It's a great time to fucking quit. The day you get the fucking suicide note is the day you decide you can't be his fucking shrink. And I remember that image. Like, and that was so typical of my mother. Like, I failed, but it wasn't my fault. Kind of shit. And meanwhile, she was just such a big part of the motivation. She's not the only reason the old man whacked himself. I mean, he was in a lot of trouble. He had been indicted for embezzlement, and
how did she take it?
Huh?
How did she take it?
She got drunk. It
was like just another day.
No, I don't think so. But like everything in the problem that my mother had was hiding it. Like my mother was all about superficial looks. I clean the house for you to come, and every time you come, right? You've been coming to my house for years now, like literally for years. And if you notice, like the first time you came, it was really fucking clean. It's not that clean anymore.
It's
like
slowly
you get to see
falling
more
away.
of who I am, right? And there's very few people I do that for. My friend Jose, Jose. You've met Jose a couple times.
Of course.
Jose gets me. Like, but these are people that I trust because they trust me. You know what I mean? Like, I trust you. And I know I've been to your house. Your house is clean, and I know that it's you as much as it is your fucking wife. Because he's a guinea, man. At heart, he's a guinea, and I don't mean that in a bad way. He's just like my next door neighbor's the same way.
You're lucky I
never
didn't have the plastic wrap on the couch.
But you see, but my thing is like that was my mother was all about appearances, and they were all a lie.
Surface.
Like everything was a lie.
Yeah.
I told you this story. Mrs. Park. Mrs. Park was a Korean woman. My father gave her $5 a week to clean the house, and Mrs. Park would come over Friday morning, and Thursday afternoon my mother would clean the house. Right? My father was a fucking genius. And I said, well, why do you give Mrs. Park $5 if Mommy cleans the house? He says, because if I don't give Mrs. Park $5, your mother won't clean the fucking house. Well, what do you mean? Because she needed to show Mrs. Park that we didn't need her. So she'd sit and have a cup of coffee with my mother and smoke cigarettes. And that was it. But meanwhile, she wasn't really cleaning. She was just hiding all the shit.
He bought her a friend.
Dude. And that was my mother to a T. Like everything was about appearances. So when my father killed himself, and it was found out that he embezzled. My father worked for the school system. My father stole money from children. Like that's who he stole from, was the kids. This was money.
They got
for
enough
the
time
schools.
left in their lives. They could get the money back.
I know my father's rationale is it wasn't a very good school anyway, so these kids weren't going very far.
I put that money to use.
Except for the Jewish kids, and they didn't need our help anyway. But no, all kidding aside, like, and that was, I think, really what fucked my mother up more than anything was her inability to hide it. And it was all out in the open then, and it exposed her. Because even, like, we were fucking animals, except when we were in public. It was the only time that my mother insisted that we act decently, And that was it. That was life in our house, and I carried that through. That's one thing one trait of my mother's that I still do that bothers me, is my desire to hide and put up a front for people. Mm-hmm. I'm a compulsive liar. Like, I've gotten much better at it, mostly because of Google. Like, people like me hate Google, right? I used to make shit up. Like, we would talk baseball, and I would throw stats out, and it would never be the same stat twice. And then Google came along, and they're like, I don't think that's right about Stan Musial having 600 home runs. And I'd be like, let's Google it. And I'd be like, fuck. So, like, he doesn't, by the way. I don't even think he had 500. Anyway, doesn't really matter. But you get my point, you know. I told my friend Kevin growing up, Kevin said, your whole family, like, you guys can read half of a magazine article and talk on a subject like you know the whole thing inside and out until you meet somebody who really does. And that's always been the drawback, you know. I talk about anything, on any subject, up until I meet somebody who actually knows.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm exposed. You know, then the fraud has been exposed.
Well, you could look at it as now it's time to learn.
Well, yeah, you can.
You never want to be the
can.
smartest guy in the room. You want to try and be around people who could lift you up, I guess.
Is that right? And who says that that's a good thing? I like being the smartest guy in the room.
You would, though.
Exactly.
That's why you invite me here.
Right. Listen, no, you're a smart guy. I give you that. You are. You smoke a lot of weed.
You are.
Kind of dulls it a little bit, but you're a smart guy. I wouldn't hang out with you if you weren't. I can't. Listen, I've tried. It's one of the drawbacks. Again, recovery. Recovery springs to mind. Like, there have been people I talk about, you know, and I think it takes a certain intelligence to be accountable in your life.
Mm-hmm.
We watched the video before with the black chick.
Mm-hmm.
That's what unintelligent people look like. They can't hear anything.
They run on emotion.
Right. There's no learning going on. There's no, and I've been like that. Like,
That's why
I've
I
been
was
there.
saying we should watch the Muslim woman.
Now we can do that now
She's
if you
a
want.
nut.
We can shut this down and do a video if you want.
I'm down to do whatever you want.
Let's do that.
All right.
All right, everybody.
Well, let me get.
Hey, everybody.
Hello,
All right. Well, next week, I promise you, next week we will have a regular show. Hopefully, there'll be video as well as audio, and it'll be trash TV, trash motherfucking TV, as Walter would say. And not that I've given up on the other stuff, but we're gonna make an effort at this because I'm tired of being Poe, and I gotta get the fuck out of New York before the commie takes over. Before they send me to a re-education camp. Are we out now?
I'll stop